Have you ever watched your dog frantically sniffing a seemingly empty patch of grass and wondered, what on earth are they so interested in? Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because you're about to step into a world that's completely alien to us. A world built not on sight, but on scent. For a dog, smell isn't just a sense, it's their entire reality. They experience the world through their nose in the same rich, detailed way we experience it through our eyes. Think about how you see the world right now. You see colors, shapes, shadows, and movement. It all blends together to create a detailed picture in your mind. A dog does the same thing, but with smells. They're not just picking up one or two odors. They're smelling a complex tapestry of scents that tells them a story. They can smell who walked here, when they walked here, what they were feeling and where they went. It's a dimension of reality we are completely blind to. So how do they do it? It all starts with a masterpiece of biological engineering. The canine nose. When you or I breathe in, the air goes in and out through the same passage. It's a simple two-way street, but a dog's nose is a sophisticated two-part system. When a dog inhales, the air splits into two separate streams. One stream goes directly to the lungs for breathing, just like ours, but the other stream is diverted into a special, dedicated area in the back of their nose, a chamber packed with olfactory receptors. This is the game changer. It means a dog can continuously sample scents from the air, even while they're exhaling. They get a constant, uninterrupted flow of information. You can even see it in action. Look at the little slits on the side of a dog's nose. When they exhale, the air puffs out of those slits, which creates a swirling air current that actually helps draw new odors into their nostrils. It's a self-powering scent-gathering machine. They are literally built to smell all the time. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets truly staggering. Inside that specialized scent chamber, a dog has up to 300 million olfactory receptors. To put that into perspective, you and I have about 6 million. That's not just a little bit better. It's an entirely different level of perception. It's like comparing an old black and white television to an 8K IMAX screen. We see a blurry, fuzzy picture of the scent world, while they see it in ultra-high definition with a full spectrum of smells we can't even imagine exist. Think of it like this. You walk into a kitchen where someone is making soup. You smell soup. A dog walks in and smells the carrots, the celery, the chicken, the thyme, the bay leaf, the salt, and the faint metallic scent of the pot it's cooking in. They smell each ingredient as a distinct, separate layer. It's not just a better sense of smell, it's a form of analytical chemistry happening inside their head. But their superpower goes beyond just identifying what a smell is. Dogs can smell time. Yes, you heard that right. They can perceive the past. Every scent we leave behind has a half-life. It starts strong and gradually fades. A dog's incredibly sensitive nose can detect these subtle differences in scent concentration. So when your dog is sniffing a fire hydrant, they're not just smelling that another dog was there. They're reading a bulletin board. They can tell that Sparky from down the street visited this morning, Luna from next door was here about an hour ago, and that a nervous stray passed by just 5 minutes ago. They can literally follow a timeline of events by reading the gradient of smells left behind. They are seeing the past through scent. It's their version of a history book written in molecules. And the information they gather isn't just factual, it's emotional. When we experience emotions like fear, stress, or happiness, our bodies release specific chemical compounds and hormones in our sweat and breath. We are completely unaware of this, but to a dog, it's like we're wearing a sign that broadcasts our feelings. They can literally smell your anxiety before a big presentation, or your joy when you come home after a great day. This is why dogs are so good at comforting us. They don't just sense our body language, they are reading our emotional state on a chemical level. They know when we're sad or scared before we might even fully admit it to ourselves. It's an incredible form of empathy, all communicated through the silent language of scent. This amazing ability isn't just for emotional support, it's saving lives. You've probably heard stories about medical detection dogs, and it's not science fiction. These dogs are trained to detect the incredibly faint scent signatures that our bodies produce when we have certain diseases. Cancer cells, for example, release unique volatile organic compounds that are different from healthy cells. To a dog, these compounds have a distinct smell. Dogs have been successfully trained to sniff out various types of cancer, drops in blood sugar for diabetics, and even the onset of seizures. In recent years, they've even shown the ability to detect COVID-19 with incredible accuracy, often faster and more reliably than some of our standard tests. They are biological scanners that can pick up on microscopic chemical changes that our most advanced machines can miss. But here's the most fascinating part. Even with all our scientific knowledge, a huge part of this remains a mystery. We can map the anatomy of a dog's nose. We can identify the receptors and understand the airflow. But we don't fully understand how their brain processes this immense amount of information. How does a dog's brain take millions of scent signals and translate them into a complex, three-dimensional scent picture of the world? How do they form memories and make decisions based on smell? We know what's going in, but the cognitive process, the software running in their brain, is still largely a black box. It's a frontier of science that we are just beginning to explore. We're trying to understand the consciousness of a creature that experiences a reality fundamentally different from our own. And as we learn, we're trying to copy it. Inspired by the canine nose, scientists and engineers are developing what they call electronic noses. These are devices with advanced sensors designed to mimic a dog's ability to detect and analyze complex mixtures of chemicals. They're being developed for everything from security at airports to detect explosives, to quality control in the food industry, to medical diagnostics. We are trying to build technology that can replicate a superpower that nature perfected millions of years ago. So the next time you see your dog with their nose to the ground, lost in their own world, take a moment to appreciate what's really happening. They aren't just sniffing. They are reading the news, checking their messages, seeing into the past, and perceiving the emotional state of the world around them. They are using a superpower that we are only just beginning to comprehend. It's a beautiful reminder that there are other ways of experiencing reality. And right there, at the end of the leash, is our guide to a world we can't see. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the amazing world of animals. See you in the next one.